What's up everyone, it's StrangeLuv here, and for this video I'm going to show you how to complete the Trial of Hot Doom in the Trials of Gnomus DLC. Now, as you can probably guess, the trial is behind the red door in the Gnomiverse, and I was lucky enough to earn the red key of Doom when I opened the red chest the other day, so I'm excited to show you guys this trial, especially because I might not be so lucky next time. Now, in order to get a key to unlock one of the doors to the Gnome Trials, you have to spend 50 rainbow stars to unlock the red chest in the town hall. You can only open this chest once per event, so if you don't get a key, you'll have to just wait until the next mystery portal event starts up again in the town hall. Now, due to a graphical bug, when you unlock the red chest, you'll only see a bunch of coins and diamonds pop out, even though you've actually received either a trial key or a special item. So after you open the red chest, go over to the sticker shop and look at your last open sticker pack, and this should tell you whether you've received a trial key or something else from the chest, and if it doesn't show you the key there, you might still have gotten one, so all you have to do is go up to each of the 4 doors in the Gnomiverse area, and if one of the doors is lit up, then that means you got a key and you should be able to unlock it. So hopefully that made sense. Alright you guys, without further ado, let's go check out the Trial of Hot Doom. So, as the name implies, the trial is all about making it across a path without getting burned, and the trial consists of 3 long rows of hot plates, and obviously if you step on them while they're lit up, you'll get burned in your little zombie butt and have to start over. This trial was definitely a challenge, and I had to try quite a few times to get the pattern down, but it's not so bad once you get the feel for it, so you just have to keep practicing, and you'll get it eventually. So for this trial, I decided to use the Imp, which seems to be the character of choice for most people, specifically Little Drake because I felt he was appropriate for the hot challenge, but the Imp's rocket boost helps him kind of hover across multiple plates, and so he can clear each section a little bit easier. I tried using Super Brains, but he usually just kind of jumps straight up instead of forward, so he didn't really work out for this one too much. You could also try using Citron in his ball form because he's able to sort of stick his landings a little bit better and he jumps a little bit further. I haven't tried Citron for this trial, but I think in theory he would work as well. Alright, so in the Trial of Hot Doom, the hot plates are arranged in 4 sections, and each section will blink with a different pattern, and you have to sort of look at the plates straight ahead of you to anticipate which ones will be off by the time you land. The first section blinks back and forth between the middle and outer rows, so if you just jump diagonally one by one between the 2 rows, you should be able to make it across pretty easily, especially if you rocket boost to hover across the last couple plates at the end to reach the safe zone. Alright, for the second section, the hot plates are sort of moving in these vertical columns towards you, and all you have to do is pick a row and just hop across 2 plates at a time, and you should actually be able to make it across in just 2 jumps with the Imp's rocket boost, so this one's actually pretty easy. The third section has horizontal rows of 3 moving towards you, and for this one you can just hop across one at a time just like you did in the first section and make it across to the safe zone. Alright, so the final section is a bit more chaotic and the hot plates are lighting up really fast. For this one, I kind of blended what I did in the last 2 sections by starting off on the first plate, I hopped across the next one, and then rocket boosted across 2 more plates. Then just repeat that pattern again, rocket boost across the last 2, and reach the end. Now, you only have about a minute to complete this whole trial and reach the gate at the end, and there were a few times where I came up just 1 or 2 seconds shy of the finish, and that was kind of frustrating, but I was able to pull it off in the end. So try not to spend too long in the safe zones and just move from section to section as quickly as possible because every second counts. Alright, so once you've completed the trial, you'll see a unique code sequence in the next room at the end of the path, and you're gonna have to put this into the lever puzzle in the center of the area ahead of the gnome statues. So make sure you write down the pattern or take a screenshot so that you can use it as a reference later on. Now, this code sequence is unique to each player, so even if 2 people complete the same trial, they're not gonna receive the same codes, so people can't just trade codes with one another. They want you to complete each challenge on your own, which is totally understandable. Alright, so now just take your code sequence to the lever puzzle room, which is down the portal in front of the big King Gnomus statue in the gazebo, and to put the code sequence in, you have to step on each pressure plate to input the symbols on the stones along the wall. You have to put the symbols in order from top to bottom, because even though the symbols show up at the bottom of the sequence, they're going to sort of push their way up in that order, if that makes sense. So just start from the top of your sequence to the bottom, and that should work. Alright, so if you entered your code sequence correctly, a mini boss fight will start as soon as you pull the lever, and you'll have to defeat the Red Guardian along with a bunch of his smaller gnome minions. And if you're using the Imp like I did, I recommend saving your Z-Mech until the end when the Red Guardian himself appears, so until then just plant a few bots to distract the smaller gnomes while you get rid of them, and then you can just focus your attention on taking out the Guardian. Once you defeat the Red Guardian, his statue in the center area will burst into a new portal where you'll actually receive a new legendary item reward in a chest at the end of this little path. And I think everybody gets the same You've Got Mail hat for completing this trial, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. Now, something that might be worth noting is that there's actually a code sequence above this reward chest, and it's actually incomplete and it's missing a couple symbols. Now, I don't know if it's significant or not, but you might want to keep track of the code sequences you receive from each trial just in case if you need them for later. Alright you guys, I hope you found this video helpful, and if I'm lucky enough to get another trial key during the next Mystery Portal event, I'll try to put up another video on the next time trial as soon as I can. Let me know in the comments which trials you've finished and which ones are your favorites so far. Thanks so much for watching, stay strange my loves, and until next video, this is StrangeLuv signing out.